There's plenty of criticism of Lot from people critical of Christianity and early Judaism. However, in some ways he's almost defensible compared to his daughters. The girls get an easy ride of it. I wonder why. Well, think about it. First of all, he offers up his virgin daughters for mob rape to let the angels off the hook. Well, I guess they weren't very powerful angels that couldn't fight off a primitive Bronze Age mob. I mean, if I were a time traveller, a Glock 18 each would probably do the job. I guess God just did not want to give away any future secrets, eh? Anyway, that's beside the point. He can argue that his girls, within the context of the time, were just sacrificing themselves in an earthly sense for the much more important matter of pleasing God by saving his angel mates, who are far more important than some little scrubbers in a Bronze Age village. And they could still walk afterwards, so all's well that ends well, eh? So assuming he's forgiven for that, he then loses his wife in a tragic accident, because we all know that women never do what they're freaking told, do they? I mean, she was probably talking or something and didn't really take in the instructions. You know what women are like, nag, 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 and then when they can't cope with the simplest emergency they want our help. Well, this time it was the end game. You can't help a pillar of salt. So women, take note and mend your ways. Then we have the really dodgy bit. Assuming everything up to this point is all honky-dory, his daughters, realizing they must single-handedly repopulate the world, apparently decide on doing it the dishonest way. They get Daddy drunk. So drunk, he forgets he's with his daughters, who are the only women left, and they sit on him in turn and get themselves pregnant. I wonder which one got the longer, smelly seconds. You've got to hand it to him, it's a heroic performance. Most men can't do it after 2 glasses of wine, so if you were blind drunk, to do it twice is pretty good going. Now, to Lot's credit, did he go around boasting which one was better in bed? Nope. Did he tell them off afterwards? Nope. That just shows what a forgiving daddy he is. However, what excuse do the girls have? I mean, they were obviously asking for it, right? They knew what they were doing, but very few videos actually criticize these mythical girls at all. No criticism from Christians, atheists, or anybody. I think the reason is because nobody really believes the author. The Bible never says this is good or God wanted it. In fact, God was embarrassingly quiet on what is a very embarrassing subject. Nobody believes that these girls, or any girls for that matter, would ever willingly want to do that with their father, unless some serious psychological and physical abuse were applied over a long period of time from a very early age. This smacks more of the wants and desires of the human man who wrote it. The author is justifying his vision of what a good little girl should be, and he's scum, and I've nothing more to say on the subject. Except possibly this. Lot's daughters become direct ancestors of Jesus. Now, I won't criticize him for that, but considering the Bible's stance on a bastard even to the 10th generation, it seems a little bit of a faux pas on the part of the fabricators of the Gospels, to my mind. Because we all know that women never do what they're freaking told, do they? I mean, she was probably talking or something and then didn't really take in the instructions. You know what women are like. Nag, nag, nag. And then when they can't cope with the simplest emergency, they want our help. Well, this time it was the end game. You can't help a pillar of salt, so women take no.